Hey Marty, what's going on this morning, bud? What's going on? I'm just watching a little boob tube here, a little YouTube on the boob tube, checking out one of your ex-presidents. The old, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Like, hey, you don't know that politicians lie all the time? Like, that fucking laptop, Marty. You might want to start looking into her, bud. There's some bad shit on there. And well, that guy's running your country. And you want to fucking come after Canadians, you fucking retard. Hey, how many fucking Clinton fucking, like, how many suicides? Like, is it fucking pay off to be a fucking friend of the Clintons or what? There's a lot of people losing their mind around the Clintons and deciding they shouldn't live anymore. You know what I mean there, fucking Marty? But hey, Hillary, she's gonna reprogram you if you think you're Trump. She thinks you got head problems. I mean, Trump's getting charged every which way. And that woman had how many emails? Nah, nothing to see here. Let's let this go. Hey Marty, do you ever question your intelligence about not thinking about things like this? I mean, it makes a bad world for your children, and well, the world's only going to get worse, and it's going to mind comp them even more. So you as a man, a Christian man, should be standing up now saying, hey, Mr. Clinton, you did have sexual relations with that woman, and if you're going to lie about that, there's a whole lot of other stuff you lied about. But no, when he was done his presidency, they sent him on a tour of fucking paying him millions of dollars just to hear him speak. You want to hear a liar speak and you're willing to spend a lot of money on it? That's fucking pretty ridiculous. A known liar. Like, he should have been shamed right out of office and never fucking been in the public again. Just saying. Like, but then again, hey Marty, did you ever look into that Obama thing? Like, I know it sounds ridiculous for me to say that. Well, the documents stating that he's an American citizen, well, they're not real. So that should have some concern. I mean, I know you don't want to think that nobody's bad, especially a superhero like Obama. But hey, buddy, the world's a nasty place. You know that, don't you? Like, I'm hearing rumors about you, like, you're holding your fucking house hostage so your family can't have it. And it belongs to your family's family. Is that true, Marty? Like, also in my comments, they're saying, hey, if I use any sort of intelligence with you, you'll leave. You'd rather fight with Wade. But hey, I was watching earlier. I seen this yesterday too. I rewatched it. It's a fucking Putin speaking. You know, that whole Nazi thing going on in our cabinet. He said exactly what I said. Like, these people are stupid. They don't know their history very well. Hey, if you're going to mention that they were in the Ukraine and they were fighting against the Russians who were going against the Nazis, that might mean he was a Nazi. Like, even Putin said he loves the Canadian people. He feels sorry for us that we have such fucking retards running our country. But then again, hey, do you look into Krista Freeland? Like, her grandfather was a known Nazi. This is someone who was George Soros's protege. George Soros. And this is something I'd like to ask my prime minister. Like, are you for or against the fucking mutilation of fucking children's genitals? Like, to me, I'm allowed to have the opinion as a Canadian citizen, you fucktard Trudeau. I'm allowed to have this opinion that children's genitals shouldn't be mutilated. They should wait till they're adults and then make those decisions. Because that way they can't blame anybody else. It was their decision. They took the time to think about it before they did it. But Trudeau wants them to fucking be who they are right now. You know what I mean, Marty? Like, I was watching this thing. Oh, what's that fella's name? Graham Hitchcock, I think. Like, here's the problem with religion. I think, like, I hear you got some Casey problems too. I heard that in my comments. Like, Casey won't even talk to me. Because first off, you have to fucking tell me that the Bible is the word of God. And, well, it's not. It's just men. It's experiences that men had with God. And someone else even wrote them. They've left things out of the Bible. Like, how are you to know? But there's this Gnosticism thing. And it kind of reminds me of like who Paul is. Because Paul tells us all the time in the Bible, hey, it's about being like Jesus. It's about doing the right things, Marty. It's like, drop the lies, man. You can't be with Christ and be lying all the time. You can't make up excuses and be the victim. That's the thing. When you're with Jesus, you're strong. He will make you strong. He will take the weakest of men and make them strong. Trust me, buddy. I was ready to end my life before Jesus came into my life. You know what I mean? Made me big and strong. I still look for ways out. I want to get with Trudeau. I want him to fucking sign my maid paperwork. Because if I can't wake people up, if I can't show fucking parents that their children are in trouble and ask them to use their own logic and see if it's coming, and maybe take a stand and just say, no, not our children. No, you're done. WEF, we want you looked into because you smell like horse shit. And we didn't vote for you. Like, how hard is that, Marty? Like, just to say no. Like, Nancy Reagan told you to just say no. Like, let's do it. Let's just say, hey, no. Hey, CIA, FBI, how many fucking years you had that fucking laptop for? Let's show her to the American public. And hey, we can get Trudeau too. Here's the thing, like, I don't think we really think about what karma is. I think when we think we're doing the right things, we're really not. We're really being weak and we're causing more harm than we are good. And I'm going to explain to you why, Marty. Like these are just my thoughts. It doesn't make it real or anything, okay? But I'm just thinking like the butterfly effect, the more lives you like impact. And sometimes you don't think about the lives that you impact. So I'm going to give you a scenario so you kind of can understand. Okay, we got Justin Trudeau, right? Rumor on the street is he has an NDA, okay? Back when he was teaching. Now, his best friend, and you can see it in the yearbooks and all this other stuff, this guy got arrested for doing some stuff he shouldn't have been doing. For the same stuff that you might need an NDA for. So the rumor has it is that this family took $2 million. And well, they think that they did the right things by protecting their daughter. And well, doing what was best for them as well, so they could not really have to worry, and they were all taken care of. And they let the Canadian people suffer though, Marty. Here's the deal. Once he made it to Prime Minister, and you know that if somebody did something like that to your child, you know that if they even have more power, they might be doing more mischievous things. You know what I mean, Marty? So do you think that those people that took that money are doing well in God's hands? And I bet you they might even be Christians and go to Sunday school every Sunday. Because they want to think that they're doing well because, well, you might be deceived in the fucking Bible. Actually, it's not you're being deceived. It's not the Bible that deceives you. It clearly tells you that you're supposed to be like Christ. And while when you're doing really good with Christ, the world will hate you, Marty. And while we can see that the world hates me, and I'm still willing to sacrifice myself to my prime minister, because I take that MAID program any day. And want to keep living in a world where I think nobody really gives a fuck about their children. They say they do. They pretend like they do. But because of their fear, they're not willing to face it. Check out the reality of the situation that's going on around them. You know what I mean? We're sending all our money to Ukraine. What were they saying before the Ukraine war? Dirtiest country in the world. I say it all the time. But nobody cares. We're just, and then you got Zelensky coming down here for a visit, and his wife's out shopping for $1 million worth of jewelry. Do you think if your country's in war, you as a leader or the wife of a leader should be flaunting your riches around and wearing jewels while your people are suffering? And you fucking people think Zelensky's the man of the year or whatever the fuck he is? Marty, you're a fucktard. A fucking fucktard. Like, if you can't see that this guy's a joke, he's an actor, a comedian, check him out. Know that your tax dollars are taking care of him and making sure his wife can wear as many jewels as she can. But hey, did you know that there was a Ukrainian something or other wife trying to get over the border somewhere with 22 something million dollars? For real. Like, there's not dirty shit going on in that country. Really, like, this world is backwards when I'm listening to fucking Putin, and he makes more sense than my prime minister by using logic. Why would we have a Nazi in our House of Commons? Did they think that they wouldn't get caught? Like, this is the thing. They all think we're stupid, Marty. And then when they get caught, they always have a fall guy. What do you think, Marty? What would be your way to fucking help the world, bud? What approach would you have taken if you had a spiritual awakening and you thought the point of everything was to have Christ consciousness? Therefore, you have to try and be Christ. But that's not walking around judging people and saying you're going to hell and this and that. I'm only truthful when I think people are going to hell because they're not very Christ-like. But only they can answer those questions. Because when it comes judgment time, Marty, well, God isn't your judger. You are. But you can't lie to God, Marty. God's not YouTube, bud. He knows everything. He knows your heart better than you do. Because he knows down deep inside there is a little chosen warrior. But you gotta dig deep. Deep in the darkness, Marty. You gotta face your fears, buddy. And you gotta bring them to the light. Now, anything you want to talk about, Marty, anything you want to talk about, just tag me in videos, okay, buddy? I won't be like Wade. I won't run from you. We can talk about the trailer. You can give me your version of things. As long as you're safe and, well, your family can go elsewhere. See, here's one of the things. I think I hurt myself by being with my family. I'm only being honest, bud. But I stay because I don't think they can make it without me financially. And as much as I think they're hurting me, I still love them and don't want them to suffer any. But there becomes a point in time where there's nothing I can do. They have to suffer for their own actions, and well, I can't help them with that. How long do you think you could go? Because I'm telling you, I'm in a prison in my own mind right now, and I'm unlocking it, Marty. At least I'm trying. I ask questions. But in my mind, I can't understand how people just can't state the obvious. Like, hey, Klaus Schwab and his buddy Yuri, they got bad intentions, but how do you feel? You're gonna like having a brand new Bible? Oh, Marty, you little Christian, or are you gonna take the mark of the beast? If it causes you any sort of fucking problems, I bet you slice your hand open and you're putting that chip in there so fast. It's happening, Marty. I've seen videos. People are paying for the groceries with their hand and thinking it's cool. But hey, again, what would you do to change the world? Hey, what would you do if you had a mystical, magical, little Heyoka kind of experience, a spiritual experience? What would you do if you had videos with stuff up in the sky and you were like just asking questions and your psychiatrist seen them and said, well, there's something definitely up there, but you should ignore it? And you had pictures of like slits in the sky, like in like tubes of light. It's kind of like this might be just regular things that happen. I don't know, dude. I just wanted someone to look at the shit with me. Like, can you imagine thinking you had a spiritual experience and you haven't been able to talk to somebody in over 3 years? That made me pretty mentally strong to go that long and not be able to talk to somebody about it, eh? To think that God has chosen you to do something special in the world, and you think I should feel like an idiot for that? Marty, get your shit together, bud. Make a change in the world. What did little Marty dream of doing? Huh? What did little Marty want to do? I'm quite sure you didn't dream of Burger King back in the day. What did little Marty want to be? Did you want to be an astronaut, Marty? Or did you want to be a chef in a high-end restaurant? Or did you just never really have any dreams, Marty? Everybody told you you're just little Marty, and just be happy with the accomplishments that you have, Marty. No, Marty, we should always strive to be better, bud. In our minds, in our hearts, and in our actions. See, God loves you when you're at your best. He loves it when you're happy. See, that's the thing. Like the Bible, like the churches nowadays, they teach you that like praying is like getting on your hands and knees and like, oh. That's not what it is for me, bud. It's not what it was for the natives neither with the Great Spirit. They used to sing and dance, and that's how they praised and prayed. I think the Bible says that too. Learn that from Footloose. You know what I mean, Marty? You can go watch Footloose. There's some Bible passages that they use in there to be able to try and get their dance. What do you think, Marty? Like, here's the deal, bud. I've been willing to do anything. I've been like, hey, can I get someone with a brain like Jordan Peterson? Not doesn't have to be Jordan Peterson, but someone who kind of thinks that along that way is like they're not closed in a box. They could talk to me and explain to me where I was wrong, like with a sensical, using common sense conversation. You know what I mean, Marty? I've also been willing to say, hey, I see that there's this Christ fluid thing that happens. I've been willing to, hey, maybe this is what's going on with me. Or, hey, maybe extra, like, maybe I could get my brain examined. Maybe there's extra lights going off in there or something. I don't know, Marty. All I wanted was help to figure out what's going on. And, well, you can see what I've gotten, right? Anytime I ask for help, kind of goes awry for me. Maybe it's the way I say things. But then again, I used to be nice. I can go back and watch it and see how the whole thing unfolded again. Like the whole Johnny Dagburn, you can go back and you can see it. Where I tell him, one day you're gonna chase me, Dagburn. You're gonna want me so bad. So bad. And I laugh at him and, oh, it's the greatest. It was a good time. Michael Della Rocha. Like, I'm really scared for all these spiritual, like, what do you think, Marty? Like, I don't want to think that other people are in trouble and like I'm safe. I wanna figure out the truth. But really, like, don't you think that part of spiritual awakening, they say, hey, lose the fear. You gotta lose the fear. So do you think that these people that sit there and say, Bill Gates doesn't exist, they're only there because it's in my mind? And, well, I'm not supposed to help other people. And, like, I need to focus on my ascension. And if I ignore Bill Gates, then I'm going to go to this great, good world. Or do you think that that's not facing your fear and just being a pussy? And, well, what if you're wrong? Then you're stuck in Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab's world because you were too scared to fucking do something. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. Like, when you want to fucking cover all things, like, no fear, baby. No fear. You fear Bill Gates. That little bitch. You fear him, Marty. Why do you fear Bill Gates? Like, this guy might be hurting children. He might have been to Epstein Island a few times. Like, I just want to ask the questions. I want Bill Gates off the streets, and, well, you guys all want him on the streets. I don't understand it. We could just tweet him. We could start something all around the world. Everybody could tweet Bill Gates. Him and Jimmy Kimmel. Say, hey, like, it's time to find out who's on that list. And, well, we think you guys are on the list, so please prove us wrong so we don't think low of you. We don't want to think that high-profile people like you are hurting children and laughing at us as you do your shows. You know what I mean, Marty? Can we be men, Marty? Do you want to join Christ, Marty? Do you want to make the move, Marty? Listen, find out who you are yourself. Ask God. Just say, God, what is the truth? Is Carl a madman? Or should I be protecting my children? Even though I don't want to give them a place to live, I still want to protect them. Anyways, Marty, you let me know if you want to join Team Big. I haven't had any other people that want to join Team Big. No, I don't want it to be a team, like a real, like the Lils. I don't want it like that. I want everybody to have their own independent fucking free thoughts. But we all work together for one common cause. You know what I mean? Because there's too many dipshits looking fucking good right now. This Henry Hildebrand. Do me a favor, Marty. Google the Church of God. Do some research on these people and let me know if this man should be a hero running around Canada looking good, because nobody's looked into him and he really makes me want to vomit. That a man of Satan is running around saying he's a man of Christ and he's looking good. Gotta stop those people, Marty. They need to stop those people. Or they need to stop my thinking that they're evil, because there's lots of evidence saying that they are, Marty. I'll start showing it to you if you're interested. I'll put some clips up if you want. Bye, Marty.